wake-up call to authorities to regulate content. It's been a long standing demand. There's been a huge debate over this, and yet nothing's really been done to regulate, to monitor content.
Ranveer Allahbadia जो स्टेटमेंट दिया, ऊपर स्टेटमेंट दैट शुड बी बैन एंड उसको पूरा पनिशमेंट कैसे होगा और डिस्कशन हुआ कैसे न्यू रूल्स आएगा पनिशमेंट के लिए, क्योंकि ये पूरा कल्चर नष्ट कर देता है.
Okay, so there is a growing, in fact, debate right now and a chorus for the government to crack down, not in this particular incident, but to use it as an example and go ahead and ensure that there's some regulation of online content. It's still a very blurry area of how really you can regulate this kind of content, what's okay, what isn't, who defines what's okay and what isn't. But at this point, even as you're seeing multiple cases being filed and Ranveer Allahbadia, as well as all the others who've been a part of this comedy show, India's Got Latent, being summoned, being booked by cops, now, at this point, the focus also is on how the government will address this issue. There's been so much outrage on social media over the comments that were made by the popular YouTuber Beer Biceps. But in the long run, is this going to also trigger some sort of talk of regulation? Piyush Mishra is joining us live from Delhi with more details on this. Piyush, is the government looking into this particular case to perhaps set an example and maybe serve as a wake-up call that we need to regulate online content?
Well, certainly, Akshita, what we're also hearing is that today there was a meeting of Parliamentary Standing Committee on IT and Communication. A few BJP MPs have also raised this matter in which they have requested the government to come up with stringent laws to deal with such things and also to regulate social media platforms so that these remarks cannot be published or even shown on these social media platforms. In fact, what we're also learning is that the committee has asked the government to submit a draft as to what kind of laws the government is mulling to stop these, to curb these statements. And by the next meeting of the committee, we can expect the draft also to be submitted. So very soon there could be new laws to stall such comments and to ask people not to use these comments while publishing or putting out the episode on social media platforms. We have to wait and watch what kind of draft the government is looking forward to bring. But yes, within 2 months maximum, we can expect some kind of draft to be submitted by the government.
All right, we'll track that. Thanks very much, Piyush, for those details. And there's been endless controversy, endless outrage also over the show India's Got Latent, which is hosted by comedian Samay Raina, in which those comments were made by Ranveer Allahbadia, or by his popular YouTube name, Beer Biceps. The Parliamentary Panel on Information Technology is pushing for stricter action as well. But amid that, comedian Samay Raina has posted a story on Instagram that he's removed all India's Got Latent videos from YouTube. Cops have asked Samay, who's on a US tour, to appear before them immediately. Now, the Assam Police has also summoned YouTubers Ranveer Allahbadia and Ashish Chanchlani over the same matter, because it was Ranveer Allahbadia who made that comment. Ashish Chanchlani was also part of the same episode. Fellow comics and artists are coming out now in support of Samay Raina. Stand-up comedian Munawar Farooqi, rapper Raftar, they've extended their support to Samay Raina.
I really have no clue, but since he's been reprimanded by authorities, he's got an FIR, I'm sure. Then I read his apology also. What he did is something which I don't endorse at all. There has got to be limitations. There's got to be self-censorship also. Even if you've got, you talk of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech doesn't mean that you can talk things which are not socially acceptable.
वो प्रमोट नहीं कर सकते वल्गैरिटी को, क्योंकि हमारा देश दुनिया बहुत समझदार है. वो खुद को एक्सपोज करते हैं, खुद की मानसिक गंदगी को एक्सपोज करते हैं. और हमारा तो यही कि चाहे छोटा अभिनय करो चाहे बड़ा अभिनय करो, अभिनय हर किचन का होता है. मनोरंजन जो मन में खुशी दे दे, ब्लड सर्कुलेशन को अच्छा कर दे. और बोलते हैं कि बच्चा बूढ़ा नौजवान एक साथ बैठ के जिस मनोरंजन को देख के प्रफुल्लित हो जाए, मैं उसी को कला मानता हूं और उसी के दायरे में काम करने वाले को मैं कलाकार मानता हूं.
Okay, let's move on and get you details of a horrifying story that came in from Kerala of a junior student being tortured in the name of ragging in a government nursing college. This happened in Kerala's Kottayam. The horrifying details of this incident will send chills down your spine, and we advise viewer discretion. For our next report.
This isn't for the faint-hearted, but the reality of what happened in a college campus that we must show to expose these monsters.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A young boy tortured by seniors in the Kottayam Nursing College. He's screaming for help as they stab him with the compass all over his body. Lotion spread out on his body and poured into his eyes, and then shockingly weights placed on his genitals. While the victim screams in pain, his seniors are laughing at his misery. The most inhuman moment in the entire clip. Parts of which are so gruesome, we cannot air it. 3 students have undergone this kind of torture. The barbarians, 5 senior students have been arrested.
പിന്നീട് ഈ റാഗിങ്ങുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട ഒരു സുപ്രീം കോടതിയുടെ ഒരു നിർദ്ദേശപ്രകാരം രാഘവൻ കമ്മിറ്റി റിഫോംസ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ റിപ്പോർട്ടുണ്ട്. രാഘവൻ കമ്മിറ്റി റിപ്പോർട്ട് പ്രകാരമുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ പരിശോധിക്കും. കോളേജ് അധികൃതരുടെ ഭാഗത്തുനിന്ന് എന്തെങ്കിലും വീഴ്ചകൾ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടോ, വാർഡന്റെ ഭാഗത്തുനിന്ന് എന്തെങ്കിലും വീഴ്ചകൾ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടോ, ആ രീതിയിലുള്ള അന്വേഷണം കൂടെ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് നടത്തും.
The incident has rocked Kerala, with Netas now demanding a government-led crackdown on such incidents in college campuses.
They are CPM-supported organizations, office bearers. They are all secretary of the Nursing Students Association, and the SFI and CPM is supporting them. They have been doing this thing, ragging, cruel ragging in the hostels, very cruel ragging. So the government has to make a setup to prevent all this ragging in the hostels.
Anti-ragging cell, they are very failed to stop the ragging under the state government, because they are just transferring the petition to police. They are not able to stop the ragging in Kerala campuses. So that ABVP condemns this issue.
This horror has put the focus on the nursing college in Kottayam, which has now suspended 5 students.
Anti-ragging squad കോളേജിലുണ്ട്. ഹോസ്റ്റലിൽ നിരന്തരം ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ നടത്തുകയും അതിൻ്റെ മിനിറ്റ്സ് ബുക്ക് മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നതുമാണ്. കുട്ടികൾ പക്ഷേ യാതൊന്നും report ചെയ്തിരുന്നില്ല.
The suicide of a student at the Kerala University of Veterinary Sciences in Wayanad last year had sparked a lot of debate and discussions regarding ragging and the awareness that needs to be created among students regarding this issue. With one more incident of brutal ragging coming to light, there's call from all sides for the government to take stricter action in the educational institutions across the state. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, Shubhi Mulkeji for India Today from Thiruvananthapuram.
Over to news from Maharashtra, where there's endless speculation on what really Sharad Pawar is up to. And it's got the Mahavikas Aghadi very, very nervous and jittery. Sharad Pawar's recent meet with Shiv Sena MLAs has sparked a whole lot of speculation in the political corridors, with the Uddhav camp particularly up in arms. Sharad Pawar first felicitated Eknath Shinde in an award ceremony where he openly praised Shinde, talking about the kind of work he did when he was the chief minister, and then also met with Shinde Sena MLAs. And this move, for obvious reasons, didn't go down well with the UBT Sena. Aditya Thackeray, taking a jibe, said he's against Shinde and mentioned the word traitors, but said he can't speak on Sharad Pawar's principles. Now, as far as the Shiv Sena goes, the Shinde Sena, they maintain that this was nothing beyond a courtesy meet.
एक तो उनकी उम्र और जो सीनियरिटी उस पर मैं बात नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन हमारा जो प्रिंसिपल है कि जो भी महाराष्ट्र के खिलाफ काम करता है, जो भी महाराष्ट्र के हित के खिलाफ काम करता है, और अगर आप महाराष्ट्र इतने बड़े राज्य के खिलाफ काम करोगे, जाहिर सी बात है देश पे इसका इम्पैक्ट होता ही है, नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट देश पे भी होता है. तो जो महाराष्ट्र द्रोही है वो देशद्रोही भी होता है, और ऐसे गंदे काम करने वाले इंसान का कभी भी हम सत्कार नहीं करेंगे. ये हमारा प्रिंसिपल है। उनके प्रिंसिपल्स के बारे में मैं कुछ नहीं कहूंगा क्योंकि मैं बहुत जूनियर हूं उनके करियर के हिसाब से भी और उम्र के हिसाब से। लेकिन जो काम है, जो जनता के काम है, जाहिर सी बात है वो उनके सामने रखेंगे। लेकिन हमारे कोई भी व्यक्ति गद्दार एकनाथ शिंदे के पास नहीं जाएगी।
पुरस्कार कुछ भी दे दो, हमें उससे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। पुरस्कार माताजी शिंदे के नाम का देना ये बहुत आपत्तिजनक है, बहुत गलत है और दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण ये बात है कि वहाँ हमारे उत्तुंग जो कह सकते हैं बहुत बड़े आदरणीय नेता शरद पवार साहब मौजूद थे। वो हमें लिए सदमा पहुंचाने वाली बात थी और वो सही नहीं लगा हमें।
आप कहेंगे शरद पवार जी से कि इस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स में, इस तरह के सम्मान में हिस्सा ना ले?
नहीं ऐसे हम क्यों कहेंगे, वो इतने बड़े भाई, उनको समझना। हमारे हम छोटे हैं भैया। फैक्ट रिमेंस की हमें जो दर्द हुआ हमारे लिए वो आदरणीय है ना, सवाल ही नहीं आते। हमें जो दर्द हुआ हमने बताया।
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये महायुतीच्या सरकारमध्ये आहोत, देवेंद्रजींच्या नेतृत्वाखाली टीम म्हणून एकनाथ शिंदे साहेब, अजितदादा आम्ही सगळे काम करतोय। त्याच्यामुळे तुम्ही या भेटीकडे सूत्रांचा हवाला देऊन बघू नये हीच माझी विनंती है। हमारी मीटिंग में कोई भी राजनीति की बात नहीं हुई, हम सिर्फ साहित्य सम्मेलन के लिए मिलते।
Let's get you all the details of Prime Minister Modi's visit to America. The countdown is on to his meeting with President Donald Trump, which is expected at around 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, Indian time. Now, this meet comes just within 30 days of Trump 2.0. There is going to be a number of big talking areas: defense, illegal immigration, trade, and of course, tariffs as well. Now, Prime Minister Modi will also be meeting with Elon Musk tonight at 10 p.m.
It's the most awaited meetup of the year. Prime Minister Modi is in Washington, D.C. for a 2-day visit to meet with US President Donald Trump, the first in less than a month since Trump began his second term in office. The Prime Minister is staying at Blair House, a luxurious and historic guest lodging for the dignitaries visiting the White House. Narendra Modi received a warm welcome by the diaspora in the winter chill. The Prime Minister's visit aims to strengthen the bilateral relationship, especially in areas like trade, defense, and technology.
The areas that I think are cutting edge right now and important to everybody. Some core things like air platforms. India wants to upgrade its air force. Some core capabilities like ground combat vehicles. But really the new areas are in space, in undersea technology, in autonomous technologies. These are areas where you see a willingness and an enthusiasm about really pushing the envelope. And I think we're going to see developments in all of that.
With concerns in New Delhi regarding Washington's America First trade agenda, a key priority for Prime Minister Modi will be to avoid punitive trade actions against India. Both leaders may explore a trade pact to avoid high tariffs and expand trade.
Thank you very much. The Prime Minister's visit tomorrow, and I will let the President discuss the details on the reciprocal tariff front. But this is something he believes strongly in, and it's very simple logic as to why the President wants to impose reciprocal tariffs. It's the golden rule, which we all learned when we were growing up in school. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And far too many nations around this world have been ripping off the United States of America for far too long, and that's why the President believes this will be a great policy that will benefit American workers and improve our national security.
Soon after landing, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with Tulsi Gabbard, the newly confirmed US Director of National Intelligence. He congratulated Gabbard on her confirmation. Prime Minister took to X to say that they discussed various aspects of the India-US friendship, of which Tulsi Gabbard has always been a strong votary. All eyes are now on the big Trump-Modi Milan, the 8th meeting since Donald Trump's first presidency in 2017.
Tulsi Gabbard now coming and meeting Prime Minister Modi at a time when the Indian agencies have been battling allegations against them and their officials by US authorities. and more importantly, what's going to become of Indo-US ties under Donald Trump and the Indian Premier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In Washington, D.C., Geeta Mohan for India Today.
Okay, let's get you all the live updates straight from Washington, D.C. Joining us live now is Rohit Sharma, who's tracking all the updates coming in. Rohit, good morning. Power-packed day ahead for you. Of course, the big talk is over the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump. And just before that, President Trump putting out a post about reciprocal tariffs. That's got everyone here in India talking. I hope he's not referring to India.
Well, a very good evening to everybody in India. Yes, it is very, very important meeting. Today, it's going to be two words today, Akshita. It's going to be tariff and tarif, and I think we'll see both of them talked about a lot today in the meeting today. He already met with, Tulsi Gabbard. He's scheduled to meet with Elon Musk, another key, a very important figure in this Trump 2.0. He's not only a businessman, he has a federal position now. He's dismantling the US government, and it's a very, very important meeting with him because not only from a business standpoint, but politically and diplomatically, he has a lot of say in a lot of things. And we've seen that play out in the last 3 weeks. So another very important meeting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be Elon Musk, who obviously India wants him to come to India and invest in India, but also making sure that, you stay in good books with Trump. You have to be in good books with Elon Musk. So that's another key meeting that will happen today. He's meeting with the incoming NSA, who invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he was a congressman to the capital to give that joint speech. So he was a former India caucus chair. So all great signs. We'll probably hear a lot about nuclear, energy, coal, oil, probably immigration, but the big word would be trade. And I think, when Trump posted on Truth Social this morning about reciprocal tariff, he wanted to set the stage for the day. He knows what he has lined up today. He's meeting with his friend, somebody on the campaign trail. He kept talking about how he adores Prime Minister Modi and his leadership and his strong leader. But at the same time, he's called him a tough negotiator. So I think what we saw from Donald Trump this morning was a negotiating technique to make sure that he's putting India a little on the back foot and making sure that everybody understands where he's coming from, because he has to drive a political message home as well.
I'm sure the Indian officials, the government was fully prepared for this, because with Trump, you never can quite say how much he would push for, and you have to be prepared essentially for any scenario. Let's talk about also the meeting that will be happening at 10 p.m. our time, Rohit, which is with Elon Musk. The last time a meeting happened between Prime Minister Modi and Elon Musk was in 2023, when you had Musk talking about how he's a big fan of Modi. Things have changed since then. You're not just meeting with the Tesla CEO, Starlink, X, all of that, but someone who's also key and integral to, the power corridors in America.
Absolutely. He has done a lot in last 3 weeks. And when I say he, I mean Elon Musk. He took over the Treasury payment system. He's dismantled US aid. He's going after CFPB. I mean, he's doing a lot of things domestically and also ensuring that President Trump stays true to his agenda. So when it will come to key topics like trade, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has, some of his opinions or arguments that he will make in that meeting. But then, as a businessman, he wants to bring Tesla to India. He wanted to set up that manufacturing plant in India. What a great opportunity to do it right now, right? I mean, when Donald Trump wants the business and trade to grow between India and the US, then also his other company, SpaceX, he's gone on to talk about how ISRO has been successful. He's praised ISRO in the past, so he might want to also talk about that. So it's going to be a very, very interesting meeting between President Trump and Elon Musk. Very influential, not only, as I said, from business perspective, but also politically here in the US. Somebody, who has a very strong opinion about things, and Elon Musk believes that, he's the right person to bring about change, not only here domestically in the US, but also globally.
Okay, it'll be interesting to watch really what are the takeaways from each of those meetings. Rohit, it's going to be a long day for you, a long night for us. So we'll keep connecting with you for all of those updates and the big takeaways from the Prime Minister's Big Bang visit to America. Thanks for the moment, Rohit, for joining us here on India Today. Okay, I'm slipping into a short break. Coming up on the other side is To The Point, where we're going to be talking about what played out in Parliament as the Waqf report was tabled.
Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
They decode the complex, making sense of the battle for power. They stand for trust, built over decades, earned with every analysis, every trend. They question.
सारी दिल्ली को शराबी बना दिया.
They challenge.
अभी जो सरकार आई हुई है लोग बाग खाने के भी लाले पड़े हुए हैं.
They report to empower your choice.
We don't want LG taking our decisions. We don't have that kind of access to him.
They are your eyes on the ground, always there, where every vote matters. They are the election dream team.
In association with Tata AIG Health Insurance.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
Hi, I am AI anchor Sana, bringing the top headlines for you, presented by Motorola. All eyes on Trump-Modi meet, discussion on trade, tariffs and visa. Uproar over Waqf bill, opposition spar over removal of dissent note. Aditya Thackeray met Arvind Kejriwal amid rumblings in MVA.
Get the pulse of the nation with the biggest people's verdict after elections. Mood of the nation. Do you believe electronic voting machines can be manipulated? Do you think artificial intelligence will replace many jobs for the youth? Do you support the idea of one nation, one poll? Get the answers in India's most credible and longest running biannual survey, Mood of the Nation Opinion Poll. Subscribe to the magazine and avail special offers.
We are happy to welcome our beloved Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, and we are very happy to hear, even though the weather is not good, but still the snow is showering, and even the weather is also welcoming Prime Minister ji.
So like Modi ji always says, this is the era of AI. AI not just stands for artificial intelligence, but it also stands for the America and India. It's a partnership between America and India. So to begin this new era of AI, so Modi is going to be here and we all are excited to receive him. So like Modi ji always says, this is the era of AI. AI not just stands for artificial intelligence, but it also stands for the America and India. It's a partnership between America and India. So to begin this new era of AI, so Modi is going to be here and we all are excited to receive him.